Every living creature on this planet has one common feeling: fear, especially the fear of death. Animals spend their entire lives trying to survive. They run from danger, they escape from predators, and fight to stay alive. Deep inside them, there is a powerful instinct: the need to survive. They want to protect themselves, and they want their next generation to survive too. Thousands of years ago, humans were also the same. We feared death just like animals. But as humans evolved, something changed. We started asking questions. What is death? What happens after we die? What do we feel at the exact moment of death? What happens to our memories after our body stops working? For thousands of years, humans have been trying to understand death. Scientists study it, philosophers debate it, different cultures have their own beliefs about it, many books have been written about death, but still, one mystery remains, because nobody who has truly experienced death has come back to explain exactly what it feels like. Death is something beyond our complete understanding, but the questions continue. When a person dies, what happens to their memories? What happens to their consciousness? Does it disappear? Does it become part of the universe? Or is there something beyond what we can see? In this video, we are going to explore the biggest mystery humans have ever questioned: what really happens after death? Physics and biology reveal something interesting. The person you were 10 years ago is not exactly the same person you are today. Your body is constantly changing. Old cells die, new cells are created, even the atoms in your body are replaced over time. But something seems to remain: a pattern. You are not just your atoms, you are the organization created by those atoms. Like a river, the water keeps flowing and changing, but we still call it the same river. Your brain cells also change, but the connections between them create a pattern. That pattern carries your memories, thoughts, and personality. A tree loses old leaves and grows new ones. The leaves change, but the tree's structure continues. The same thing happens inside us. Old atoms leave, new atoms enter, but the pattern continues. Our body is constantly built from the world around us. The food we eat becomes part of our body. The atoms from plants, vegetables, and other foods become part of our cells. One day, those atoms leave our body and return to nature. It is a continuous cycle. This idea is sometimes called the potato brain theory, the idea that the atoms from everything we consume can become part of us. But the question is, if our atoms keep changing, what keeps us the same? The answer may be the pattern. Now think about a candle. A candle burns and slowly disappears. But where does the wax go? It changes form. It becomes heat, gases, and energy. The candle is not destroyed, it transforms. In the same way, death can be seen as a transformation. The body's pattern stops continuing, but the materials return to nature. Our atoms become part of the earth, plants, animals, and the universe. Nothing simply disappears. Things change form. The scientist Carl Sagan said, "We are made of star stuff." And this is not just poetry. After the Big Bang, the first elements formed were hydrogen and helium. Stars were created from them. Inside stars, new elements like carbon, oxygen, and iron were created. When massive stars exploded, those elements spread through space. From that star material, planets, oceans, and life were formed. The atoms inside your body have a cosmic history. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, came from ancient stars. Imagine one carbon atom. It was created inside a star. That star exploded. The atom reached Earth. A plant absorbed it. An animal ate the plant. The atom moved through nature, and eventually it became part of you. The atom stayed the same, but the pattern changed. That is why we are connected to the universe. We are literally made from it. Billions of years ago, the universe began. Stars and planets formed. After billions of years, atoms came together in a special arrangement. They created life, and eventually, consciousness. Now the universe can look at itself and ask, what am I? Because we are not separate from the universe. We are a part of it. But everything has a limit. The second law of thermodynamics explains entropy, the movement from order toward disorder. A sandcastle breaks down. A building slowly falls apart. A star eventually runs out of energy. Living beings are also part of this process. Our body has a pattern, and one day, that pattern can no longer continue. The atoms remain, the energy remains, but the arrangement changes. That change is what we call death. Science can explain what happens to the body, but consciousness after death is still unknown. Philosophy asks another question. Can we die to the past while we are still alive? Because a kind of change happens every day. The person you were as a child is gone. Your thoughts changed. Your beliefs changed. Your identity changed. The old version of you disappeared, and a new version appeared. Transformation is already happening throughout life. Maybe physical death is not a completely separate event. Maybe it is the final transformation of a process that was already happening. A leaf falls from a tree, but the tree continues. A wave disappears, but the ocean remains. A person may disappear as a body, but their actions, love, and influence continue. Science tells us atoms and energy continue in different forms, but consciousness remains one of the biggest mysteries. Maybe death is not the disappearance of existence. Maybe it is only the disappearance of one form. The body changes, but the impact we leave behind continues. And maybe that is one way humans continue to exist, not through the body, but through the memories, emotions, and changes we leave behind in the universe.